I'll be eating these chips the whole time. Absolutely amazing.
Sun chips.
Late July nacho cheese.
Oh.
Late July.
Never even heard of that.
100% whole grain.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of 5 Idiots Talking Toys. I'm Shane, and we're here with our podcast that we have every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is when it premieres. You can watch it whenever you like on YouTube in video form or on your favorite podcast app if you're in the car or on your smartphone. Thanks very much for being here. Please subscribe to our channel. Follow all of the content that we put out throughout the week. We have Wednesday Wins and Whiffs episodes, and we also have unboxings, toy hunts, reviews, all kinds of stuff that comes out in shorter form on YouTube as well. So we appreciate you tuning in to our channel. We're going to have a fun episode tonight. We're going to kind of do a 5 Idiot roundup, and we're going to see what everybody's up to lately. Let's bring the boys in now.
I can hear Brandon shuffling in the background.
Brandon, we didn't catch you in the middle of breakfast, did we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's chicken. What is that, chicken?
Dinner.
He's eating dinner out of like a cereal bowl, right?
I've never seen dinner like that before in my life.
That's his 9th bowl.
Correct.
It's ridiculous how many times that bowl has been filled.
Well, I'm used to seeing him, kind of eat with that garbage can lid that he has and that like big giant serving fork, but that's a cereal bowl.
Usually he has a snow shovel.
Yeah.
He actually made
Well, he's
me
in
hungry.
the garage.
That's
He's got all
true.
kinds of tools in the garage.
He actually made me hungry. I'm not even hungry. I find myself eating.
It's good.
We're catching Charles in the middle of late July. He's over there throwing chips down like there's no end.
I just love how Brandon has so much stuff that he's relegated to the garage right now. And it's packed. It's packed.
Because even his wife knows it's all garbage. So she's like, put that garbage out in the garage.
I had a car in here too.
Is there a car in there?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's got his camera set up on the hood of the car. So great. He's out there with a garbage can full of spaghetti.
I'm telling you, like a few months ago, there was definitely a dump truck doing, garbage at some point because I heard the beeping sound coming from outside somewhere.
Yep, correct.
So how are you guys doing? What's going on? What's going on lately? Everybody good?
Yeah, honestly, just me. I'm just been picking up collections, trying to, come across as many as I can. We did the Morphe auction a while back. I am planning on going to the Ohio show. I believe it's March 19th. It's only a one-day event. I had no idea. It's just a Sunday. So it's an 8-hour drive. My wife already said that I can go. So I figured, you know what? Huh?
The one in Columbus?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Columbus, Ohio.
What show is that? Do you know the name of it?
Toy-Hio, it's called, John?
Ohio, yeah.
Toy-Hio, yeah.
They do that a couple times a year, right? Toy-Hio?
Honestly,
there one a few months ago?
I have no idea. I know that Sam Sams and Sean Burrell are setting up a booth. They have a table there. So I told them that I might come down on Saturday. I'll help them, give them a hand. I'll hang out with them on Sunday and help them break down, and then I'll, leave and I'll drive home afterwards. So 8 hours, like the maximum drive I'll do. So it seems perfect.
What's the schedule look like on that? You're going to leave like Saturday morning or something?
I'm thinking about leaving Saturday morning early, getting there like 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
And then what happens? You have to go overnight, like Sunday?
Yeah, I'll stay over Saturday night, and then I'll just leave Sunday after the show.
All right, and get home super late. Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you say? It's March 19th?
I think it's March 19th. It's Sunday.
I would like to do that, but I'm having friends over that weekend.
As I say,
out of all weekends. We do our St. Patty's Day that weekend. I would like to go take a trip and go to a show.
Yeah, I honestly just wanted to go for like a 1 day type thing, and once the wife said, "Okay," I was like, "Really?" I was like, there was no kickback at all. I was like, so I'm going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, cool.
And
Very cool.
Yeah, that's about an 8-hour drive for me too.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow. See, when we're up here, like
It's
we
about
feel
an
like you're
80-hour
so far.
drive for me.
Yeah. I wonder what it's got to be like 2 hours less, or maybe it's only like 6 hours for me. I'll have to look, but that's cool. Brandon, what have you been up to? You're always at a lot of different sites, seeing fun stuff. What have you been up to?
It's con season, so I've hit up all the cons that are in the area. I will not go 8 hours for a con unless it's the ICC con.
I don't
and then
believe
I'll
it.
go to that one. But
I don't believe it.
well, yes, I will go longer than 8 hours for a con. But the difference is that I have to space them out. I can't just go to every con there is in a month. So you mentioned the Toy High or whatever's going on end of March. The WonderCon in Anaheim's going on. I think that same weekend, so I'll probably be going up for that. And that's a huge con because it's at the Anaheim Convention Center across from Disneyland. So it's put on by the same people.
Like 90 minutes, 60, 90 minutes, something. Yeah.
Like an hour and 20 minutes from my house.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Cool.
I could do that and drive back same day, but that con is good because it's put on by the same people that do the San Diego Comic-Con. So it's a major, group that puts that on in a giant convention center. It's the same convention center that had Star Wars Celebration last year. So going to that probably in March. I just got back from two cons last weekend. Two
cons in a weekend?
Yeah, Rocket Con was on Saturday. And that's a smaller show. And then the Friday before that, I was up at Portland for the Fan Expo. So I did that. So yeah, it's been doing cons and buying vintage figures when I see them. Buying smaller collections here or there. But
Shane,
that's what I've been up to.
I have a question for you. Since you're in the middle of doing everyone's business card, can we change Brandon's card to a life Alamo? That's it. He doesn't need to be called Brandon anymore. Just call him a life. That's it. A life Alamo. It is ridiculous at all the things that he goes to and has a job and he has 3 kids, married, like all these things. How does he do it?
If his son didn't make an occasional appearance like in the background, I wouldn't believe he's married even at all.
Me neither. I don't understand.
This actually makes it better. He has a giant pot full of pasta, and we've been taping. Obviously we hop on like a few minutes early and we talk. He's sitting there with a giant bowl, and someone walked in the room and they're like, "Chicken and pasta," and he's like, "Yeah." And he just gets like refills, like someone's refilling this bowl, and he's just like
a life
eating everything.
Yeah, he's at a restaurant called Le Garage, and he has wait staff just serving him all throughout the evening. Just fantastic.
Yeah. Probably. I might hit up a con on. There's another con next weekend I might go to, and then one at the end of March. So,
that's weird.
And then ICC con. So doing that, selling on the page. You
have been. I see Brandon's been doing a lot more listings. It's very good. I like it.
Well, I inventoried my own collection recently, so.
How do you find time to inventory your collection between two conventions every weekend? I don't know. How does he do this? Is he not really in the Navy? Like, is he just independently wealthy and we don't know?
Is Rusty in the Navy?
I think Brandon's whole life that we know about is just a big lie. We don't know any of the truth. Like, he's just strolling around, living a wonderful life every day.
Really is. Look at him.
So
well,
jealous.
yeah, I mean, I got to see Michael J. Fox last weekend. That was cool. And then,
did you bring him bagels?
No, well, Charles doesn't know who that is. So,
No, he didn't.
Michael J. Fox.
yeah, there was this movie.
I know who that is. Do I want his autograph? No.
He was in Star
Absolutely not.
Wars.
Don't care about it.
He was in Star Wars.
He was in Star Wars.
Well, there is a Star Wars reference in the movie for sure.
There is.
Said he's Darth Vader.
From the planet Vulcan.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Con season, and it's just ramping up. Like it's nonstop. There's cons like all up and down California, and if Ohio was closer, I'd probably fly in for those. But you know, it's easier for me to take people with me to these conventions, and you know, give my wife a break from a 3-year-old and take him with me than it is for me to travel long distances with, you know, kids and stuff. So, or
Brandon,
if I were to travel by myself,
you're going to cons every day.
yeah,
You're in Disneyland every other day.
All the time.
You're doing a full-time inventory of your collection.
yeah.
There's zero time to do anything else.
I have to tell you though,
And you work.
I don't think Brandon sleeps because I'm up every night till about 2:00 in the morning, and I'm usually talking to Brandon like late at night because I know he's the only one that's up at that time because it's 2:00 our time, it's 11:00 him. But when I get up in the morning, it's like 7 or 8 o'clock. He's like on his phone like after 5 minutes. I'm like, this guy never sleeps.
It's like 2:30 in the morning his time, and he's awake.
No, remember? Yeah, the other night I think you posted something at like
I did.
like super late, and I was like, "Why are you?" I was like, "Are you John Walden? Are you posting stuff in the middle of the night?" And you're like,
"What is that called again?"
What? You're like, "Why are you, and how are you awake?"
Yeah, I was actually questioning Brandon why he was awake. That's how late it was here. So can you imagine what it was there?
Yeah. What's that move that John does? What is that called? Is that like post and crash?
He does the he does the deal or no deal at nighttime, then go to sleep and not respond for 24 hours.
You ever see those those TikToks where like somebody's holding the phone and they're like spinning themselves around the room and they end up in the bed? That's what John does. He holds the phone up and he hits post and then he goes flying down and he lands in the bed and he's out. And then somebody's trying to buy his stuff and he's snoring. Yeah,
doesn't respond.
24 hours.
That happened to me last week. I actually posted something, and then I literally got pulled into a meeting when I wasn't supposed to, and I couldn't bring a phone into the room where the meeting was. So I was like, they're like, "Hey, we need you in." I was like, "I can't. I just posted some stuff for sale." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Toys.
Like, I'll be right there. And then I walked in, and the whole time I was like sitting there sweating.
Of course, yeah.
Crap, like I'm not responding. And then like I get out of the meeting and I have a bunch of messages and I'm like, I'm sorry, got pulled into a meeting by accident.
Love it.
The country's at DEFCON 3 and Brandon's like, but I just posted an $18 loose Vader.
Yeah.
And now his commanding officer knows, well, does it have a cape? Is it complete? No, it's a loose beater. All right, get in the meeting.
DEFCON 3.
You watch too many movies, Shane. It's not like that.
All right, very good. Brandon, I don't even know how you wrap that segment up. I mean, it's Brandon. I mean,
A life.
Brandon, a life.
yeah, it's
Positive
all
Pauly.
you can say.
Positive Pauly.
Yeah. All right, very good.
What about you,
John.
Shane? What have you been up to?
Me?
Ooh, Shane.
Well, I've gotten collection wise, I hadn't purchased much in a bunch of months. And you just get the fatigue. You get to the point where you kind of have what you want to have. I have more than I want to have, frankly. And if I'd run across something unusual, that would interest me. But the regular stuff is just, I'll scroll by and I'll take in the prices just for the memory bank, to see what's doing in the hobby. But I'm not I'm looking at it with such different eyes the last 6 months or so. Like, I'm not even checking out, what COO is that, or where what is. I don't like just hit days where I don't care, because it's stuff I have similar of, at least. But lately I came across some mocks, and
USB
I shared those on Wednesday's Wins and Whiffs in recent episodes. So that's kind of some new collectibles that I've gotten.
You've been mock heavy lately.
Yeah, I've got. I mean, it's not a ton. It's maybe like 4 or 5. Like 5 new mocks. Like, I want to get some acrylic for them and display them. I feel like things are so chaotic and busy in my house right now. We have a contractor here doing work, and it's like 2 weeks turns into 7 weeks, and I want to murder the guy. Like, can't get him out of my house and get the work done. Huh?
Does he live there?
Practically. He's here when he wants to be. But if any of you guys have done that before, and I'm sure you have, it takes over your whole house. It's in the middle of my house, and I've got 2 little kids, and there's dust everywhere. There's sanding every time they're here. My wife is, vacuuming sand, dust all the time. It's, so that's what's going on in my house. But collecting wise, I'm enjoying seeing you guys post a lot of stuff in Rogue 5. We've had some really fun episodes to record recently. Anybody who's watching, definitely head to 5idiotstalkingtoys.com for all of our links, our socials, and if you want to listen on a podcast app, on the go, it's easy to do that. The links are there. So if you haven't caught all the recent episodes, or you're not into Wednesday's Wins and Whiffs recently, there's some fun stuff that we've had. So I've had fun recording with you guys. We had a nice break in December, for like the holiday season. We planned it out so we could take off, and then we started fresh in January, and we've had some fun episodes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this positive, Chris? Or is this sarcastic?
No, it's
sarcastic, Susan.
Very, very positive.
Sarcastic
Susie. So sarcastic Susie. So you guys, the 5 of us, are starting to talk a little bit more about ICCC, making plans and stuff, booking plane tickets, and ordering some stickers to bring and promote the show, that kind of stuff. So that's fun. That's a couple months out to look forward to, seeing a bunch of people that we want to hang out with.
I would like to hear from John and Charles to see what they've been up to lately.
Yeah. John, how's the shop going?
The shop's going pretty good.
Yeah.
We're still struggling to get our name out there, and get people to come in. But we've been pretty steady. Of course, again, not as busy as I'd like for us to be. But yeah, we've had some pretty good online orders from some people, and so it's going along. It's chugging along.
So I see you guys are posting a whole bunch on Facebook and such, which is great. And I saw some photos that you put up just the other day where you gave like a wider shot of the store from a couple of angles. You really do have a lot of different stuff in there.
There's a lot.
I mean, I was aware, but I saw some stuff I didn't know you had.
Yeah.
So anybody walking off the street, like, you do not need to collect vintage Star Wars to walk into your shop by any means.
Not at all.
You don't need to collect a specific toy or something. I mean, it is really a variety shop where there's fun stuff for any age to walk into your shop and shop around and find something.
Do you have like a little
I
carousel
was
thing there with chips, bags of chips? Did I see that correctly?
And a Coke
You
machine.
did.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
see?
did.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, you don't even need to buy anything. You walk in if you're hungry and buy some chips.
Right? You get a drink, get a cold drink, get some snacks, get some
We should really-
awesome.
Yeah.
We should really do a walk of the vault for like an episode. Like, so John walks around the vault and like videos it, and it's a full episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
I definitely need to do that. But right now, Jennifer is working on. She started working on this new section that we're going to have. We have a separate room. It's been kind of like a catch-all room, but it's going to be called Mishmash, and it's just like stuff we wouldn't be selling from vendors or vintage toys or anything like that. I've got a huge Coca-Cola collection that came in a few weeks ago. My brother brought in his Coca-Cola collection, stuff like that in there, and other T-shirts that we wouldn't sell as like graphic tees or anything like that. Just about everything. That's why it's called Mishmash.
John, is there Red Bull inside the Coke machine?
No, we can't have Red Bull in there. We can have Monster, but Red Bull's
gotcha.
product.
See,
I know where you were going with that, Chris.
Yeah.
He's hitting that machine all day long. With Red Bull in there.
He would not make any money. No, he would just be losing money constantly.
Losing money. I mean, the only positive would be maybe he's getting it at a wholesale price.
Yeah,
but he'd be drinking it all day long.
All day.
You have those in your lunch pail, though, right? Correct.
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, do you make Red Bull vodka slushies while you're at the store?
No, I do not.
Those are awesome.
Yeah,
Those are good.
You should have those RBV slushies. You should do that, and you can sell them.
They are.
Well, then I'd have to get a liquor license for the city of Oglethorpe. But
The question
How hard
is,
is that?
here's the question, John. Do you need a license?
do I?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the real question.
Yeah.
Do you?
You don't ask, should you have a license, John? You ask, do you really need a license?
Do you
Yeah.
really need a license?
And you just ask
That's the
yourself,
question you should be
and then you answer it. Do you need a license, John? No.
I would
There you
like
go.
to stay out of jail.
They stick you in.
I just want to say,
the clink.
I just want to say, I noticed
Oglethorpe.
something that I'm really sad that I didn't use while Brandon was talking. We forgot about this one.
Wait, what?
There's actually
If you have an event, Brandon will attend it. It's
We
my
had an
favorite one.
event.
Sorry.
it's
to
so
interrupt.
true.
We had Chattacon last weekend. I did not go because Chattacon has turned into RPGs and cosplay.
You know what was this weekend that I didn't make it to, but I wish I would have?
What's that?
Pensacon.
Pensacola.
Pensacola.
Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't name one con.
That's a big con. That's actually a pretty big con.
I've actually heard of it, but I wouldn't have, been able to come up with the name.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to FarleyCon in August, though. That's awesome.
Oh,
It's turned into a huge event here.
Is
in
that
Chattanooga.
Chris Farley?
I don't know why they call it FarleyCon, honestly. It's a toy convention. So this year they're going to have Ricky Steamboat.
If anyone's having any kids' birthday parties like bowling alleys or anything, Brandon will attend a party. So just make sure you reach out to him, and he will be there.
Right.
We only get some
Correct.
business cards, you know.
Brandon, are you going?
Play with the
Brandon, are
kids,
you going to?
buy your
Are you
collection,
going to FurryCon?
and take it to the next con?
Furry
FurryCon?
con. What the hell is furry
Yeah, are you going to FurryCon?
I got a question for you, Brandon. So you go to all these cons, right? Right.
Correct.
Are you handing out any business cards?
False.
Why not?
Correct.
Brandon, are you going to BronyCon?
I am BronyCon.
Oh God.
Those are the only fun ones to mention that I've heard of, like from like the Howard Stern show, BronyCon, and male fans of My Little Pony are called bronies.
Yeah,
That's
Have
right.
you ever heard of
That's
that?
correct.
right. I have bronies.
They
yeah.
are
Correct.
they watch the children's cartoon. Like it's not like they don't even make up their own stuff. They're watching the children's cartoon that's for like 6-year-old girls, and they're obsessed with the show, and they all have their favorite horse, and they get like tattoos, and they dress up, and I might not be describing it perfectly, but
No, that's
they're
pretty
grown
cool.
men.
All right.
Yeah, they're grown men who love My Little Ponies more than anything else. in
All
the
right, it's time to hear about Charles.
Grown men who collect toys. Crazy.
world.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
can you believe there's grown men who collect toys like that?
Jeez.
Ridiculous.
Charles, how have you been? Good.
Oh, awesome.
Good.
Legos.
So
It's
I learned
Lego.
it.
Brandon.
I learned it from John. It's just Lego.
Right.
There's no S.
Charles has started
Correct.
a revolution this past 2 months, guys. We've talked about it a bit. It's a Lego revolution on Long Island.
Look behind him. It's ridiculous.
It is a revolution. I've also went onto Whatnot, and I applied for a seller's whatever. I had to take a 45-minute class, and then I had to take a quiz, and you have to pass the quiz so you can sell. I successfully, obviously passed. It's not that hard for you to pass this quiz.
Amazing.
Passed his exam.
Amazing.
He passed his Whatnot exam.
Well, I was in it, whatnot.
He failed the Rogue 5 exam.
I
So when do you
applied
start
for
selling?
Whatnot a long time ago, like a year ago, or I don't know, 9 months, a year ago, and then I didn't follow through after they accepted me, and they were contacting me like crazy. I think they were like really, really looking for sellers to try to grow the app.
So,
Probably
But they were
panicking.
to the point that they were harassing me, and I never followed through. But
so I learned a few huge things, which is huge for sellers. They are so when you sell on eBay, they're more for the buyer and not the seller. Whatnot is for the seller. So if you sell something, someone complains and they want their money back,
Too
do
bad.
you know who actually pays that money back? Not you. It comes from Whatnot.
does.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You still get your money, so you don't lose. So they're like huge on the sellers. So you sell someone like 35 things, and the shipping is whatever $45. You labeled shipping, and it's only $30. They pay the $15. It's like 100%
Oh, I see.
for the seller and not the buyer. Now, will that last? Most likely not. But they're huge.
I was thinking, I was on the app, the day that you brought it up, I went on the app and I was sitting there on the, on the couch, and I was on for like an hour or so, and I hadn't been on in a long time, and I did buy stuff, and I was just watching how the app worked, and it was everything that I bought was like $1.50 shipping, which, is no big deal. But then when you buy like 10, 11 small things, you were like, these can all go in one box. Like the shipping is not going to be $20, $22 to ship like 11 little figures or something. So it starts to add up, and then you have to pay taxes.
Yeah, but
It could go either way.
Oh, there's tax on that too? On the Whatnot? There's tax?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Is there?
automatically once
And-
once you buy something, it comes right off.
It's really interesting, Chris, when you buy something, the timer goes off and the auction ends. Within like 10 seconds, you get a notification on your phone from PayPal that you were just charged X amount of dollars.
Mhm.
So you win something for like $11, and then a PayPal notification is on the top of your
Wow.
phone. You've just paid $13.78, and you're like, Jesus, I just paid a $11 thing, and now it's like $14. After just with the add-ons, but
So you have to watch who you buy stuff off of. So like most of the Lego, like it's $4 shipping, and then it's only a quarter for every one. So I just said Lego. So
Yeah.
if you buy like 6 things, it's only 6 times a quarter. So it's really not that much at all.
It shouldn't even be that. It should just be the $4. It doesn't add up that much.
I know. The guy I
That's
was
what-
buying from was $1.50. So it kind of, I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm complaining about $1.50, but I think I bought 14 things. So it starts to add up. It's like the shipping after 14 things is like
So what does the seller pocket that money?
$25+.
The seller pocket that extra money? Because obviously it doesn't
No.
cost $14 to ship 14 figures. So
No,
Yeah.
it's
You get a
like
whatnot?
$5 for the first one, then $1.50. So if you buy 14 things, it's like
$19?
$20, $25 or so.
Who actually
Ship,
pockets it? I'm not sure, but I just know when you sell something, like Whatnot makes the label for you, like it's already done.
Oh,
Like
so
they have the tracking and everything.
so
already
I,
done.
Whatnot's probably making money off that too.
I don't know who's actually making money off it, but
Charles, when I was thinking about doing it, and I was talking with you guys at the time, but when I was thinking about going on there and trying it out, I went and watched. There's plenty of sellers of Whatnot. I'm sure now. This was a year ago. Who do a YouTube video and what?
What was that?
You guys heard that, right?
yeah,
No.
Okay.
some creature just ran over like a microphone and ran around it 10 times.
Yeah.
Shane, did you just get out of bed or something?
Shane wasn't even moving, so it wasn't him either.
But he didn't hear it though, which means it came from his end.
That's true.
Well, my microphone's right here. I mean, there's nothing.
It's moving papers around.
Well, anyway, I watched a YouTube video of a seller, a Whatnot seller. He was like showing the shipping process. He was showing like what happens after a sale, and it was really enlightening if you want to know what it's going to be like to be a Whatnot seller. He had a pack like 40 packages, and he was showing how it spits out the this and how he arranges all stuff and makes it like easier to do and everything. So it was helpful to get a sense of what it would be like, but they hook you in though when you're a buyer because you pay that initial shipping fee, like $5, $6, $7, and then you go, well, I gotta buy a couple more things if they're a good price because they'll throw them in the same box, and
That's what
everybody can decide how much the extra shipping is as a seller. Everybody's different.
every purchase I make, I never buy one thing off somebody. I buy like 3 or 4. Yeah.
So
It's tough doing.
Right.
isn't it so much better to just shop and sell on Rogue 5 and not have to join Whatnot and these and all these pay apps that they charge like a monthly fee and taxes and all this stuff?
So
Facebook's free.
So for like vintage Star Wars, it's like really bad on Whatnot. Like whoever's selling vintage Star Wars doesn't really work on there. For like Lego and like smaller stuff like that, that stuff just works there because there's just a huge audience for it. Huge.
I'll tell you right now what I've noticed is enormous on there is Turtles. Turtles, they have tons of sellers of Turtles on there.
Huge.
Yeah,
it's huge.
And G.I. Joe. Tons of G.I. Joe and Turtles.
I did buy from a guy a few months ago. I bought an AT-AT, and I only paid $1 shipping because they added it to the $4 and something cents for the loose figure that I bought. So I ended up paying $1 shipping for an AT-AT. So the guy got screwed, and he was just on the live
stream. The seller doesn't pay it. The seller doesn't pay it. I just went through the class. Whatnot will pick up the cost.
Oh, you mean you got an AT-AT Walker, the vehicle for $1 shipped?
For $1 shipping, yeah.
How was Whatnot making money then?
They make 8% of all sales.
Oh, okay.
And then for them to process your money, someone else is getting like 2.9%. So the seller's losing close to 11%.
This sounds like eBay in the making right here.
Yeah.
They're actually starting it now. So I just went onto eBay and they're slowly putting out live sales. Like
they would be stupid not to.
They're gonna get rid of. They're gonna eat up Whatnot. They'll probably buy them.
Maybe, yeah, they might.
Well, to compare to Chris's point with Rogue 5, I mean, we charge pretty much shipping cost. Whatever the shipping cost is pretty much what we charge you. At most, there's going to be an extra $1.50 in there for supplies to pack you up really safe and secure with anything you buy from us, and you're not getting hit with a whole bunch of extra taxes and fees. So
we're charging no tax, and we're charging a lower price because we don't have to pay the 10% fee. Yeah. So if you look on Whatnot, like you'll see like a C-3PO sells for like 30. We'll have the same one for 25. So they have to charge 30.
So there's no taxes or monthly fee to be on Rogue 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We are not a pay to buy website.
Gotcha.
Pay to play, right?
Yeah.
So, guys, in comparison to Whatnot and some of these other, pay to play apps or apps where there's fees or memberships, Rogue 5, we don't have extra fees that we're putting on top of you. We're charging basically shipping cost. What it costs us to ship to you through the discounted shipping apps we use. Not only that, we're not even charging you USPS prices. We're on Pitney Bowes or Pirate Ship or whatever the cheapest places are to ship. So you're getting good prices with collectibles at Rogue 5 Toys and getting shipping at cost, and nothing was going to surprise you, right?
Yeah. Well,
They're not a pay-to-buy website or group.
No, it's free to the public.
You can tell when Rogue 5 Toys it's really doing good when there's a whole bunch of people who want to sell on it, and they get really pissed off that we're not letting just anybody sell on it. We haven't really thought of that segment of it yet. So
Yeah.
As it is right now, we only have 6 sellers. We all ship in boxes. We all have we all know how to ship and know how to pack and all that stuff. So we haven't really expanded out. Not saying we won't, but as of right now, Rogue 5 Toys are just 6 sellers.
We do that on purpose to protect the buyers, because we know everybody that sells on the group, and if there's any issues, we take care of it in house. If we open it up to other people, we don't know how other people sell. We don't know how other people ship. We don't know how other people have repro or not. Yeah. We don't know how other people are going to react to other issues. So that's why we keep it in house.
Yeah, we all share the same best practices and ethics, for sure.
And we also
we've had some legit sellers, like some regular, legit, competent, reliable sellers reach out to us and ask us about being part of the sales process, posting items for sale in Rogue 5, and we haven't gone that route. We like Charles said, we may not saying we may never entertain the idea of bringing another person or two in that who we can vet and who's trustworthy, but it is not a free-for-all by any means. It's closed down, and we also have it set privately. You have to join the page in order to be part of it, but it's free to join. You just have to join, request to join the page and get in there. And the reason why we do that is because what you do in your collectible hobby doesn't need to be public.
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be in a non-private group where anybody and everybody can see what you're doing. So come join. Rogue5toys.com is we'll get you there, and we'll get you into the page. And what you do there is private amongst the folks that are in the group.
Right on.
Right on.
Where sales are being posted constantly.
Even during this broadcast.
Even during the podcast. I just posted a 2MB graded figure for sale, and Todd B claimed it instantly. Instantly. Shane.
All right, guys. So that's a pretty good roundup. What do you got?
I was going to say that sales don't sleep.
Yeah.
Unless you're John Walden.
Yeah, then you post it and you go.
We have a lot of people, just from all over the world at different times of the day that, do reach out to me and say, hey, can you do a loose figure sale at 10 o'clock at night? Because I might be 10 o'clock in the morning by them. And when I do it at 12 in the afternoon, they're sleeping. So I feel bad. And no one wants to do a huge claim sale of 50 figures late at night, but I'm thinking about doing one just to get it out to everybody so everyone has a fair shot.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to ask you if you have like a posting schedule in your head that you kind of go with, but you really are posting throughout the day. So
I try and just spread it out throughout the day, and I have everything set up like the night before. So every single night before, I have my pictures and I have an idea of what I'm going to list throughout the day. And as long as my kids are willing and they let me, that's when I do it.
And you know what you could do is post it later at night, 10 o'clock at night, if that helps some people who like to buy from you and they're from different, time zones. But you could also maybe throw up a message and say, this is going to be posted at 10 p.m., Eastern time tonight. Anybody interested, feel free to jump on at that time, and then it's up to them.
Because the big thing is
flies, though.
I don't sell privately. I get messages all the time like, hey, do you think I could just get like a quick ERG or a quick Han Solo? And I'm always like, no. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to come across as being like mean or rude, but we have a page that has 2,000 members. Like, everything needs to be posted. I try and make it as fair as I possibly can. Yeah. And whoever claims first gets it. And it's always like, well, I work all day and I have sporting events. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I don't sell privately. It's all public. That's it.
Brandon, this sounds like it could be like some sort of a back alley deal. Like, hey, you think I could just get a quick ERG over here? What do you think? Yeah.
I love quick
just behind
ERGs.
the dumpster. Can I get an ERG?
Hey, you got any ERGs?
You got those ERGs? All right, very good, very good. So please come on over if you're not part of the page already. It's a group, it's a page. I mean, it's more than a group or a page. I mean, it's really like, it's just our way of running a toy website.
What the are you waiting for?
Rogue5toys.com will get you there. If you want to know anything about our show and follow us in different social channels where we have different videos and content, TikTok and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff, go to 5idiotstalkingtoys.com. That'll get you to everything. The merch shop as well. We have hats, T-shirts, and such there. You can support the show. If you're a fan of the show, you're already a subscriber. We appreciate that. But support the show, too, if you could. We don't ask people to do anything they don't want to do, but we have a merch shop with T-shirts and hats and coffee mugs and things. You could support the show by grabbing something there. We would appreciate it. And, we're going to have a live stream coming up in a few weeks. So you can always show your support during a live stream as well. There's ways to do that. So jump on with us when you see those advertised. And we will have our regular episodes every Wednesday and Sunday. As always, on YouTube and also on the audio podcast apps. Thanks very much for being here. This is another episode of 5 Idiots Talking Toys. We will see you next time on this show that I just told you everything about. Bye.
Correct.
Thankies.
Bye, Brandon.
Bye, Charles.